This government is to blame even for the increase, the rise of gonorrhea in Nairobi. Not just in Nairobi, even in other counties.
Kama anataka kushika baba, wamshike basi. Tutamtoa sisi ndani. Kushika baba ni criminal offense.
Nimeona watu wengi sana wakisema kwamba Raila Odinga anafaa ashikwe. Sisi tunataka kutoa onyo kali sana kama wanafunzi. Let them try, let them dare. We have seen hata polisi wenyewe wanasema baba ashikwe. Si wao ndio wanashikana, kwa nini wanasema ati ashikwe? First of all, my name is Anthony Manyara, the President, Kenya University Students Organization, also doubling as the President of East African Students Union. Now today we have seen the statement that has been done by Right Honorable Raila Odinga. He has spoken something very pertinent in this country. As the Kenya University Students Organization, we have made it very categorical, and I would like even to emphasize our university students will be on the streets on Monday and also on Thursday. We have made this decision because they are oppressed. University students are among those people. They are among the hoi polloi, they are among the have-nots, they are among all those people who are targeted by this rogue regime. Number two, we have made it very clear that the student who was killed by the police in Maseno, he must receive justice. We have given our ultimatums. We have said the government must ensure they bring to book the person who is behind it. This is a person who is known. It's a female policeman. We know her name. We know her contacts. And we will not tire until justice is served. Number three, I would like to make it very clear that, I would like to make it very clear and very categorical, starting next week, from today, starting next week, we will have nationwide demonstrations of university students on Fridays until help is released. We have made this decision by a sitting of the National Steering Committee this afternoon, and we have made it very clear that all university students lazima wajitokeze. Finally, regarding the statement which the Right Honorable Raila Odinga has made this afternoon, it should be very clear to all Kenyans that on Saturday last week, I myself did a press statement at Chester House. We were arrested alongside 50 students, and all our attires, they were taken by the police there at the Central Police Station. And I have seen Raila Odinga say that the police intend to wear those attires on Monday so that they will be able to blend in with Azimio supporters, so that there will be violence. Nataka kusema hizo attires sisi tafutwe mbali. Hizo ni zile attires ambazo tulipeana on Saturday, na tunaomba sana kukuwe na peace on Monday. We don't expect the government to use their people to destabilize or to paint a bad picture of those people who are demonstrating, of course violating the right of Kenyans to picket and to demonstrate, which is enshrined in the Kenyan Constitution. Bando watu wanasema ya kwamba kutakuwa na investigation, lakini tunauliza unafanya investigation ya nini? What are you investigating? I mean, this person is already exposed. Huyu ni mtu ambaye ameonyeshwa kwa mtandao, picha yake inaonekana waziwazi, contacts zake zinaonekana waziwazi. We are just calling upon the government to take action immediately, because we cannot say that the DCI will investigate or IPOA will investigate. All we want is justice to be served to that family. Already they are suffering. University students in Maseno have never had any calm from Monday. They have been on the streets. Yesterday I was in Kisumu. We delivered a statement in solidarity. We even told university students here there to remain calm for the moment. We pushed the government to take action. What we want to tell Inspector General of Police, Kome, kindly, this is not a matter of to say that you are investigating. This is a matter you should be able to take action immediately. Huyo mwanamke ambaye alifanya hiyo kazi anaonekana waziwazi. Hiyo kitendo ambayo ilifanyika ilichukuliwa na media. We want even actually to say in Kenya nowadays, even if you suppress the media and tell them don't cover those events, we have influencers, we have social media people, we have content creators. They are all over with their cameras. We want to say there is no way the government is going to intimidate those people, the free media. In February, late February this year, I was able to talk to the CS of Education, that is Honorable Ezekiel Mashogu, and we resolved that continuing students need to be paid first. And the amount of money that the government released was 2.7 billion Kenya shillings. What we are telling the government to pay this time is more than 5.7 billion to cater for more than 140,000 students. We made an appeal. We have used all diplomatic and peaceful ways to get them to pay students, but they haven't. All we are telling them, kindly pay before Friday next week, because every week we'll be able to tell students to fight for what is theirs, not actually even to fight. We want them to come out to the streets, show the whole world that the Kenya doesn't care about quality education. I want to remind the government that in the United Nations, they approved Sustainable Development Goals. And SDG, amongst the 17 SDGs, number 4 is quality education. This government, if you look at even Vision 2030, Moi Kibaki came up with a plan, a solid plan, an architectural blueprint, which was incorporating quality education. Instead of us moving towards free education, they are taking us backwards, regressively. We are saying this is the lackadaisical, this is punitive, and this is something we are not going to allow. We want to ensure our students are comfortable in campus. Remember, this is a time when students are hunting bants, they are frying rats, they are skipping meals. I don't know even this government really understands what we mean by kuinama. Students are living hungry. And what we want to tell the president, you cannot lead a country that is hungry and angry. Remember, comrades are barometers of wisdom and cadetors of knowledge. We expect them to be in class wakiwa wameshiba. Wamekula mchana na jioni. Just like any other Kenyan. You need 2 meals a day. These students are skipping meals, not just breakfast. Actually, only children of rich kids, they have an idea what a breakfast is. They have an idea what brunch is. They only eat in the evenings, and what they eat actually is funny meals. What is chapati and uji? You see that combination, you're still doing starch. So we're just urging the government, kindly, before you prioritize and use 800 million to buy vehicles, put that money, multiply it by close to 7 times, becomes 5.7 billion. Release that, give students, let them survive. Instead of you being in luxury cars, use that money to ensure the child of a poor Kenyan gets something to survive. Instead of killing very many students through suicide, depression, all those things, kindly release the money that they deserve. It is their right. Mimi nataka tu kumuomba kwa heshima kuu waziri wetu wa education, Bwana Mashogu, kindly talk to Treasury, talk to the President, ensure these students are paid. Sometimes these students may not even know whether it is help to blame. Is it Treasury to blame? Is it the CS education to blame? Is it the government? All they do is to come and blame me as Manyara. KUSO doesn't release any money to students. KUSO is just a voice to fight for the rights of students. Mimi nataka kuomba waziri, tafadhali, you even make my work easier by releasing that money. There's not a lot of money to the government. Hiyo pesa ambayo mlisema ya kwamba mnataka kudouble help, instead of giving us a false promise, pay what they deserve. Hiyo pesa kidogo ambayo wanaitisha, wape. That is what we expect. Number 2, instead of even saying you're doubling that help, ensure each and every student gets the money that you guys claim that you give. Instead of giving students 16,000, others you give them 30,000, others you give them 39,000. Really, that is not wise. And don't dictate how a student should use that money. Ingine mnarusha inaenda kwa masomo directly. You never know what needs students use. Wanafunzi wengine wanatumia hiyo pesa hata kujenga familia zao wakianza pale campus. You cannot maybe take a girl out without when all the money has been taken to academics. So, and actually, just to emphasize on that point, this government is to blame. This government is to blame even for the rise of LGBTQ issues in our universities. This government is to blame even for the increase, the rise of gonorrhea in Nairobi, not just in Nairobi, even in other counties. And what we are saying, instead of these social vices being increased by the government indirectly by not funding students so that they can sustain their relationships in campus, let them prioritize releasing funds so that university students can be able to live a harmonious, holistic life in the universities.
My name is Rachel Tabitha, as you all know, the current Deputy President for KUSO, Kenya University Students Organization, and as well actively involved in national politics kwa upande wa opposition, because comrades and students have been members of opposition since 1963. So it is not a new thing. The opposition is where we belong. Now, on this issue of help delay by the respective offices, I want to comment on the comment that was given by Mashogu that hakuna unga, kama bei ya unga iko juu, comrades wa kule mchele. Bwana Machogu, you are from Western, those parts of Western where mchele is not part of meals. Because mchele, huwezi shiba mchele na ulale. Because for a comrade, unapata hiyo main course meal, ndo chakula mepata for the whole day. Sasa mtu akishinda njaa the whole day ukimpea mchele, hiyo ni kama assassination. Anyways, let them release the help to comrades so that they can survive. Like we've seen already, they have said that the help is broke and 140,000 students will not receive it. So where do they go to? Pia hata hustle. Vile nimesema, wanafunzi wamekuwa kwa maandamano since 1963. So wanafunzi kukua kwa maandamano saizi sio good news, sio news. It has been happening like that. Wanafunzi have issues like other citizens. Actually, they are the most affected when it comes to help delays, high cost of living. So lazima tuko tu kwa maandamano na lazima tutaparticipate. Juzi walitubeba kwa sababu ya kukua kwa maandamano yenye kwa katiba, lakini ni kama watatubeba sana. Kwa sababu hapo ndo we belong since 1963. Kwa hivyo tutakuwa kwa maandamano. Waongeze tear gas pilipili na bangi kidogo, at least ndo ikiingia inakusukuma kidogo before uisinja. Of all, wanafunzi wanaingia kwa maandamano watetee haki zao. Wanaingia kama wanafunzi. Hawaingii kama kitu hiyo ingine mnasema isaki kutaja. Wanaingia kama wanafunzi kwa sababu they are affected by high cost of living plus many other things that mentioning will keep us here with this interview. The people are saying that we are helping Baba get handshake. Nataka kuambia kwamba leo Baba make it clear that hataki handshake. Yeye anataka haezi handshake with a government that did not win the election. So let it be known that it will be like itakuwa heshima dogo kwa wananchi wa Kenya iwapo wataona kama Baba anataka handshake. Baba respects Kenyans who voted for him. He got 8.something million votes and they got 5.9 million votes. So why would he go for handshake? He'd rather go for his win, but not for handshake. Bana, hii serikali kajaribu kushika Raila Amolo Odinga, inchi venye wanasikia wengine wakisema itapasuka katikati itapasuka. We will have Northern Kenya and Southern Kenya, and everybody will have their president. Watu wa Raila waende Northern Kenya, watu wa Ruto waende Southern Kenya. That is if they dare arrest Baba. You know, he has the majority. So the majority will own its government. They'll have their president. Kama wanataka kushika Baba, wamshike basi. Tutamtoa sisi ndani. Kushika Baba ni criminal offense. Ni suicide. No one is above the law, but Baba is above the law. We have 3 arms of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the ingine ni gani? And then Baba is the 4th one, Raila Odinga. So now rest Baba is above the law. and he is above the law. So arresting Baba is, how can you arrest the owner of the earth?
University students are in these demonstrations, not just to fight for their own rights, but to fight for the rights of Kenyans. You have seen how the economic times are really strangling a normal Kenyan. And another issue which we are fighting for is electoral reforms. University of Nairobi right now, they are doing their elections tomorrow. And no one within the institution knows whether there are elections. We are seeing our voices are being suppressed. We are moving backwards to dark days when there was no democracy. So that informs the name Movement for the Defense of Democracy. Number 2, electoral reforms. We expect that if there is a referee, that referee should be neutral. We expect the government ensures that if there are people to be in the IEBC, they should be equal from the parties involved. Nimeona watu wengi sana wakisema kwamba Raila Odinga anafaa ashikwe. Sisi tunataka kutoa onyo kali sana kama wanafunzi. Let them try, let them dare. We have seen hata polisi wenyewe wanasema Baba ashikwe. Si wao ndio wanashikana, kwa nini wanasema ati ashikwe? Nani anafaa kuwashika? Anafaa kumshika? Ama ni wanangoja comrades waende wakashikane? So mimi ningetaka kusema watu waache beat around the bush. There's only one person in Kenya, an individual, a civilian, na ni sababu amekuwa akiibua kura, who cannot be arrested, who is non-arrestable. If they want, let them try. Hata kidogo tu, let them try.